Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Today on The Real Female Entrepreneurs, we're spotlighting a mama on a mission, author, advocate, and voice for neurodivergent families everywhere. Meet the brilliant mind behind How to Be a Neuro-Affirmative Parent, a heart-filled, science-backed guide that's shifting how the world sees and supports neurodiverse children. With personal insight, global praise, and a glowing 4.5 star rating on Amazon, she's helping parents move from confusion. Oh my God, I can only imagine the confusion to confidence because she wants you to be confident. Her story is one of courage, compassion, and change. If you believe parenting is powerful, you're going to love today's guest. Help me welcome the radiant and resilient Hwee Peng Tan. Welcome, Hwee. You're amazing.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Angel. Thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to be here. So happy.
Yeah, so I am just like so blown away. I cannot wait to hear the story. Can you tell me what inspired you to become the entrepreneur you are, to start, to write the book and so on, to impact so many people's lives?
Good question. First of all, I chair my son's school board. He studied in a special needs primary school. So when I was chairing the school board, I realized that at ground zero on how parents are struggling with neurodivergent children, and that is the point whereby I thought about writing my book. So when I was writing my book, of course, I was doing research, speaking to people. I realized that I opened a floodgate full of DMs, full of inquiries. And then I feel like maybe after I publish my book, if it's well received, I might want to set up a neuro-affirmative network whereby everyone can share their challenges, their what everything they face while raising a neurodivergent child. They are definitely not alone. I am so unfazed by all the challenges that I have heard. And more importantly, I really want them to have a safe space to celebrate wins. So, for example, if a child with eating disorder, eating a piece of carrots is a big deal. It's not like a toddler eating carrots for the first time. Yes. So for them to have this safe space to celebrate that, yes, my child has eating disorder, but he ate a carrot today. It was like, wow, we were all supportive and, celebrate with them. I think this is the time whereby I feel like it will be a very good impact on the community. One thing I want to add on is a lot of people think entrepreneurship is like impacting hundreds of people, thousands, or even helping millions of people. I think it's good to think this way, but for neurodivergent community, if you can help one person or one family, I think that's life changing already. So don't underestimate the impact of just one person. So that's how I feel.
I love that. I love that. So you started writing the book because you actually have a neurodiverse child as well, correct?
Yes.
And
Yes. Correct.
and
Yes.
you have an Asian and Western philosophy across the board, and you combine them, is that right?
Yes, correct. So in Asian culture, we are always told to be the best. We have to thrive as hard as we can. But in the Western culture, it will be more of a holistic way, like we want to nurture the children in the right way. Then we have the intersection, the neurodivergent. The typical way of raising a child is very different from the Western and the Asian. That's why I come in and say, yes, I've listened to the Asian side, and I also learn about the Western side. But when it comes to neurodiversity, I think this will be the best practice to raise a neurodivergent child. I think that I have lived experience to be in the position to influence people in how to raise their child.
I love that. So tell me also, if you don't mind, so many entrepreneurs try to balance their life and the demands of having a business, career, whatever it is. Your way of looking at it, I'm sure, is different with a neurodiverse child. How do you balance, or do you get
Yeah.
some type of sustainability, or is it even possible?
Good question. So for my case, my priority, we always want to find a priority. Priority is a singular form, just one. It's not priorities. So if I define my priority as my family, like my son, my work will revolve around him. So the only way for me to increase my workload is to increase his independence. So it's only when he is independent to do things that he wants to do, then I can step back and focus on my career. So it's not just adding things. I think the cup is this big. If you want to add more water, you need to put out some water first. Then you can keep adding. So I think that's my philosophy on how to balance the family and business.
I love that, because that is such a key important thing, is to know what the priority is and then maneuver around that priority to make sure everything flows correctly. I love that one. That's really good
Correct,
advice.
correct. Yes.
All right. What advice do you have for women that are actually trying to build their business and that maybe they're struggling a little bit? And I mean, you're pretty new in building your business. So let's take it from a new entrepreneur's perspective, if you don't mind.
Of course, yes, I'm new as well. I just started my business in September 2024. So during this period, what I noticed that works well for me is start off with pro bono projects, dip your toes in, and then see how you go from there. So for a start, try to build a community or a support group that revolves around your business until you're confident enough, you can juggle your time and your family, then you go into a business mode. Some of my peers advise that maybe when your pro bono, your side hustle can earn about 30% of what your usual expenditure will be, then you can start focusing on business. I think that is a very good guideline for people who really wants to start entrepreneurship. But for me, I will always try pro bono projects first.
Yeah, I actually think of that. I believe in that 100%. And I believe of it as in the fact of it's your internship. The pro bono aspect
Yes,
is like an
correct.
internship, and, I mean,
Correct.
you're gonna go do intern usually for little or no pay, so why if you wanna start a
Yes.
business, don't
Yes.
think you can just walk in and just start making money. You have to do something that is going to be pro bono for other people.
Correct. Get your influence, get your brand start rolling a little bit, and then yes, it will be a lot easier. Just put it this, a lot easier than to really just full on, 100%. I think, yeah, pro bono internship, a little bit of that first.
Yeah, a little bit and you get the testimonial. Get a testimonial or
Oh
2
yeah, of course.
underneath your belt, because that
Correct.
I've never had anybody call it the pro bono work. I love that, and I love the fact that you could think of it, because so many people think of things in a job position. Think of it as your own internship. I love that
Mm,
one. Thanks for
fantastic.
that
I'm gonna
tip.
steal that.
Yeah, go for it. All right. Knowing what you've learned in your career so far in building your business, what advice or tip would you go back and give your 18-year-old self?
There's so many. Like when I think back when I'm 18, it's like, oh my god. But if there's one advice I want to share, it's very difficult to pressure someone to do things your way. We cannot pressure people to do it. I think when we were a lot younger, and especially Asian culture, we always told that do not take no for an answer. You have to keep trying. You have to, don't give up, things like that. But we always, a 18-year-old person would think that we're just going to keep pressuring, keep asking and asking. I don't think so. The only thing we can do is we can influence people. So how are you going to be an influential people? So influencing takes a very long time. You have to build your personal brand, and you have to walk the talk. For example, whatever you do, you have to show people that you are capable of. So if there's one advice I want to tell myself back when I was 18, don't pressure people. Instead, you can influence people.
So the new stats are, before it used to be, oh, you got to talk to people about 5 to 10 times. Okay. They have to know who you are about 5 to 10. That's way back when. I'm telling you my age. Oh my God. Now they have to be 15 to 20 touches from you before they're usually willing to say yes, because of our new
I'm not surprised.
world of connection with people over the internet and everything.
Yeah, you have to keep show up, and then you have to walk the talk, and you really have to show people the influence that you can make by walking the talk, instead of just pressure people, keep bugging them, and then I don't take no for an answer. I think that's very, very outdated back in when I was 18.
So no to me,
being influential is more important.
Yeah. No to me means I just need more information.
Yes, correct. I just need to get to know you more first.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. And so, not pressuring, just, giving tips and advice. So that is a really good 18-year-old tip. That is really good.
Yeah.
It's a very like structure and sustainable and educational. I love that. All right.
Thank you.
What's one key strategy that has helped you advance in your career and what you're doing right now?
Yeah. So what I'm doing right now, it's able to support neurodivergent community. But the tricky part is, the biggest challenge is it's very hard for us to tell people, hey, Angel, you need therapy. There's something is off. It's very hard for us to just talk like that. I think that's the biggest struggle. So what we can do is, being the influential people, we have to create a safe space for them to come into our space to share with us their story. So that is the one that I think is the core of my business. I have to be the one that able to invite people to share their stories with me. The second one I want to highlight is keep talking to young people, the Gen Z, the Alpha generation. They are the one who are their age gap is much nearer to my son than myself to my son. They will know all the best practice a lot better than me. So keep talking to the young people, keep learning from the young people, learning from the best, especially when they just graduate from school. They have the ones that is the best tip. I have to admit that they very up to date with their strategies. And then from there, how can we collaborate with helping my son's generation? So these are the things that I think it works really well for me.
That's amazing. Those tips are just like nuggets that most people don't even hear. And so those are some true nuggets that people really and it doesn't matter if they have a neurodiverse child or not. It's just things they need to understand. These are business structures that you were just throwing out there. I love that. So, talking about business structures and different things like that, can you share any future plans that you have or goals that we need to keep an eye out for you?
So when neurodivergent child, they grow up to be neurodivergent adults, and they grow old to be neurodivergent seniors. So it's the whole journey. It's a marathon. It's never a sprint. So from school to workplace and then to retirement. So the whole pathway on neurodiversity is the one that we have to cover. So right now, I'm very focusing on parenting. That's what my books is about. But on top of that, I also awarded scholarship to study neurodivergent workplace practice. So that's the part whereby I want to be more involved on and supporting employment, which my son eventually will need to go for employment. So after that, of course, taking care of the aging seniors who are neurodivergent as well. So right now I'm in the transition where I want to move from parenting to supporting employment. So watch this space.
That'll be great because then you're going to cover all aspects of neurodiversity and divergent and
Yes,
everything. Because I mean, you're right. They do grow up, just like all of us. They grow up. And the
yeah,
workplace, they're going to have to deal with what's going to happen, and can they entwine themselves in that workplace, or does the workplace gonna have to adjust to them a little bit? Or
correct,
is it
correct.
a
Diversity and
combination?
inclusivity.
Yeah. Or is it a combination that they're
Mhm.
both gonna have to work on? And then beyond that, during those adult years of working, sometimes your life is planned for you because you go to work and stuff. But once you age out, there's a lot of decisions to make for seniors.
Correct, correct. Housing, especially, and daily living, friendships, socials. Yeah, all of it, all of
And here's the thing, at that point, they're having to almost do it on their own for the simple reason their parents might not be around or in a position to make those decisions as well.
Correct, correct. So everything we do right now, the best advice is to start early. If your child is going to high school, you really have to build your community when they are in primary school. So when your child is going for employment, start looking for internship or voluntary work during when they are in high school. So we always have to start like three to 5 years ahead.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah. So, I mean, as a female entrepreneur, if you're building your business and you're always looking at it 3 to 5 years ahead, you have your children, and if they're in that situation, you have to do the same thing.
Yes. Yes, correct, correct. Exactly. So entrepreneurship is one thing, raising kids is also another thing, but I think that's why I like to interloop them together. And again, I'm not talking about impacting thousands and millions of people. If it's just a small community, the impact is really life changing. I have seen really, really good people getting out from it, and that's good enough for me. I'm happy to see people, thrive and things like that, even it's just a very, very small community.
Yeah. I actually have a friend, and she is with her daughter. She has the whole life planned out exactly until she's probably in her 70s or 80s right now. And to who's
Good.
gonna take care of her, to whatever.
Wow.
So, yeah, so I totally understand that. I mean, and she's a teenager, and she's got it
Mm.
planned out, like, financially on. I mean, I'm like, "Okay." I wish I
Good
wish
for
I
her.
was that
Yeah,
good.
good
I
for her.
know. All right. So if you had a
Yeah.
superpower for just 24 hours one day, what would it be?
I have so many, but I wish everyone can be kind to one another. It sounds very simple, but being kind sometimes in neurodiversity community is very challenging. People like to judge, people question, people jump into conclusion, assume things very quickly. So if I really want 24 hours of, kindness and happiness, joy, I wish that would be the one.
That would be cool. All right. What about a favorite
I
book?
hope.
Do you have a favorite book?
All right, I got something with you. The Gap and the Gain. Oh my god, fantastic! But I can't rave enough of it. So we are always living in this ideal world, and we are always thinking, how can we move towards the ideal world? We're always thinking about the gap. What can I do better? How can I do better? But if we compare ourselves from the present moment to what we came from, we have gained a lot. So this book, that's the gist of it. We always want to close the gap, but we forgot how much we gain. And it's a lot to do with being positive. Yeah, being positive, being neuro-affirmative, and be very thankful about what you have came so far, especially for neurodiversity community. We thought things that are very simple, very common sense, but it's not. We make a lot of effort to be here right now. So highly recommend this book.
I heard that it's a fabulous book. I've added it to my list. It gets recommended just a little bit here.
Yeah.
All right.
You won't regret it. You would.
What about a favorite song?
I got a favorite song. It's the song is called Dynamite from BTS. BTS is a Korean K-pop group. Why this song resonate with me? It's because my son's school in 2021 is a special needs school, but we won Primary School of the Year for the whole of Western Australia. So it's the first time a special needs school got nominated and win Primary School of the Year. And that is the song when they played during the award ceremony. So this song always, when this song played, it brings me back to the moment where even a special needs primary school can win Primary School of the Year. We are up against the mainstream, the gifted school, but our school is able to shine. So this song is really very meaningful to me. And I would never forget that moment where our school is being announced winner.
That is perfect. I can't wait to hear it. All right. What about a favorite quote?
All right, I got this favorite quote that I always say. It's, your child needs a happy mom, not a super mom. So our child will always learn when they are happy, and our child will be happy when the parents are happy. So we always want to be the super person, like we want to juggle everything. But actually, for us, our child just want to see a happy mom who is proud of them, and just being happy with them around. I think that's a very interesting quote that I always thought about it when I'm feeling down or something.
Well, that's really good. That is a good tip. And how do you stay motivated? Because I'm sure there's struggles there sometimes.
Yes. So again, I think the word priority is in singular form. If you just pick up one priority out of hundreds and thousands of things that you on your plate, just focus on that one priority and work on that first. I think it will cut down your stress level and make things very manageable. So find one priority and work on it, and your motivation will get a little bit rolling. That was for me.
That's amazing. All right. So, what is the best way for our audience to stay connected with you?
I'm always on LinkedIn. You can find me on my LinkedIn, or you can, always LinkedIn. I'm always on LinkedIn. I think that's a perfect platform to connect with people and DM me, sharing your stories. And is any way I can help you overcoming your parenting or workplace? LinkedIn, always there. I'm always there.
So, is there anything else you want to share with our audience, that we haven't discussed yet?
I think we covered a lot. But again, I want to really emphasize that entrepreneurship is not something you want to do it like in the next 5 years, I want to earn $1 million. I don't think it's this way. I think entrepreneurship is a marathon. As I said, it's from children to adults to senior. If you can cover the whole journey, your whole entrepreneurship journey will be a lot more meaningful.
Yeah. So we thank you for being with us. You are truly amazing. Well,
thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.